friends, it's Carolyn Zook here with CZook Stitch, and today is Saturday, February 4th, 2023. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch. I'm so glad that you are here. It really means a lot to me that you're spending part of your day or your evening with me. I know there are a lot of Flosstubes out there, and it's sometimes hard to keep up, so I appreciate that you are here watching me. So welcome. It's been a busy week. It's been a busy week. Last Sunday we had the Gathering of the Nuts retreat, as they call it. It's a one-day retreat at my local needlework shop in Portland at Acorns and Threads. It was so much fun. We really had a wonderful time. You know, it went super fast, but it was really great. I got to see my friend Tammy, and who I met at the Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit in September. She sat at our table. And I also saw Corey. I met Susan. I'm trying to think who else. I miss seeing Lynn, but I know that I will see Lynn again another time. But it was so lovely. And I'll talk a little bit more about that during haul. But yeah, the retreat was so much fun, and it was nice and easy. You know, it was just a one-day retreat. And thank you all for such the lovely comments about my video with Candy, the 614 Stitcher from last week. It was so fun to film with her. It's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. And I didn't necessarily have, like, you know, some secret agenda. I just wanted to film with my friend. So I'm so glad that you all enjoyed that, and that you checked out her channel. I'll link her down below again, because I think the original link from last week's video was actually broken. Somebody pointed that out to me. I think I fixed it, but I will link it down below again, just in case you missed last week's video. But it was so much fun. She's just a really sweet person. So thank you, Candy, again for joining me. I will do the Flosstube with a friend every once in a while. You know, maybe every other month or so. I don't know. I just think it's fun. Since I film usually by myself, so you only get me and you only get my sense of humor. So it might be nice for you all to have some balance, and then maybe you won't get so tired of me. But thank you for all your lovely comments. Somebody had asked about, Candy had showed a MLK, Martin Luther King Jr. piece. It was beautiful that she had stitched and finished. And there are a couple questions about who is the designer, where did we get that? So the designer is Stone Street Stitch Works, and I'm going to link them down below. Last I checked, they were on vacation, so you weren't able to buy that chart. And the chart is just MLK, I think is what it's called. So I will link I think they sell through their blog, so I will link their blog down below, and you can kind of watch and see when they come back from vacation, so that you can purchase that. But we did have a few comments wanting that chart as well. And it's a beautiful piece. And of course, Candy stitching is just gorgeous as well. So you can check that out. So I will link that down below. I also, over on my Facebook group, which we are almost up to 1,000 people in our Facebook group, which is super exciting. I got a question asking if I was going to film a shop with me for Market this year. And yes, I plan to film another shop with me. Those videos, I use the Garon Stitchery site, because they have it very nicely, very clearly laid out for us. Here's how it works. So you pre-order through Garon. You can pre-order through other needlework shops as well. Designers will send their pictures of their releases for needlework at various times from now until Needlework Market. So when I do it, I like to do it kind of as close to the deadline as I can, so then we have the most designers to look through. And it's possible not all of them will send it out beforehand to shops. Sometimes some designers might send it out to shops after I film the video. But the videos I film tend to be very long. We're talking 3 hours long, 2.5, 3 hours. So that's the chunk of time you want to plan for it. I will be filming it on February 18th, which is a Saturday. I might try to film it Friday night after work, just so then it can be uploaded so you would have all day Saturday and Sunday to watch it. So I might try to do that. Because the deadline to get your pre-orders into Garan is February 25th, which is that following, I believe it's Saturday. So you would only have a week to watch that video, because I plan to, February 18th, which is a Saturday, I plan to film it. Like I said, I will probably try to film it the evening before. Since I'm not actually on camera, you're just seeing a recording of my screen, so lighting shouldn't be an issue since you're just seeing my screen. And then we can just kind of go from there and then hopefully get it, because it's going to take a long time to upload and all that. And I want you to have as much time as possible to watch the video. It's a good kind of watch while you're stitching, but get ready to pause it and write down your order. I will be doing the same. I usually don't preview anything before I film. So I know Jan Hicks of Jan Hicks Creates I know some designers have been showing some sneak peeks, and there's definitely one from Jan already that I know for sure I'm going to get my grubby little hands on. But other than that, I have not previewed anything. So it will be new for me too. So that will be really fun. I love filming those. I think they're so much fun to kind of talk about, and we just go, but they're long, right? So we just kind of go through, they have the designers listed alphabetically, and we just go through starting at A and go all the way through. So it will be fun. But look for that the weekend of February 18th. Maybe block out a chunk of time sometime that weekend to watch the video and plan for about 3 hours, or plan to break it up into smaller sections. So that is the questions about market. Yes, I do plan to film a video. Okay, so we are in a new month. Welcome to February. I can't believe it's the 4th already. As far as this week went, though, before I get into that, everything went fine. We are cruising along with the semester. It's pretty normal, so it's all good. So far, it seems a little more manageable than last semester did. So I will take that for as long as I can get it. So some stats from January. Thanks to Bringo, which I got a lot of stitching in. I will say, so I had picked like 6 different projects, and I just worked on those throughout the month, plus my winter montage, my seasonal Sunday piece, and then my 25/7 piece, which was Happy New Year, which I'll show you here in just a minute. So I got a lot of stitching in January, as I usually do. I got a total of 111 hours of stitching in that month. I started the month, so the year, with 51 whips. I ended the month with 53 whips. I had 3 new starts, which was Meditation Garden, which was my New Year new start. Meditation Garden by Jan Hicks Creates. It was my New Year new start with Fawn from Sanctum Stitching. I started Easter Cross, which I'm actually going to be stitching twice, and that is a gift for a friend. And then I started Winter Montage, which technically doesn't really, I mean, it is a new start, but I meant to start it in December, and I just ran out of time. So those were my 3 new starts. And then I had a finish, which I don't have with me. So I will have to insert a picture here of my finish. I finished Winter Birds. This is by Twin Peak Primitives. And I started it in November for the Garan Focus on a Designer. And I finished it Saturday night after I filmed with Candy. I just went ahead and finished it up. I love it. It's such a fun piece to stitch. And it's pretty fast. It took me 27 hours of stitching. Sorry, I have Flosstube nose. It took me 27 hours of stitching. And so I finished it up Saturday night, and I went upstairs. I came upstairs, and I gave it an iron, because the next day I was going to Acorns for the retreat. So I just picked out a frame and I dropped it off, because I was like, why wait? So that's at Acorns getting framed right now. So I had that. So even though I had 3 new starts, I increased my number by I netted 2 new starts, basically, is what we're trying to say. So I am now up to 53 new starts as of the end of January. I did get a framed piece back, so I have an FFO to share with you from Acorns. So Acorns, I picked up a frame piece and I dropped one off for framing. I am so in love with the way this turned out. This is Welcome Winter Friends. This is a Stony Creek design. It's from the summer 2020 issue. And it says Welcome Friends down here. I took that out and just put in trees. Look at this frame. I got this framed at Acorns. They don't do matting or glass there, but for this piece, I think it's just absolutely, and the back is so nice, and they give you this little thing to hang. I mean, I love this frame. It's so perfect. It just draws out the greens. And I gasped when I saw it. Like this little heart charm, it just, when you see it all put together, it just really, really just is amazing. I love this piece. This one took me 61 hours, I believe, to finish. And this is on a 28 count vintage blue Whisper fabric. So this will go on my shelf right above me here so I can show it off. I love it. I think it's so pretty. The back stitching, I'm telling you, the back stitching just really, as much of a pain as it is, it does really bring it to life. I'm trying to find a very safe place to put it because the cats have kind of been stomping around my desk lately. So we'll put it down there and hope that it's safe. So that is my FFO. And then you saw a picture already of my finish. And I will certainly show you that FFO when it comes back. I had a new start in February. I had a new start on February 1st. So my whip count is up again, but that's okay. I started, so you will recognize this because I showed it to you recently. This is the 1544 band sampler by Works by ABC. This is what it will look like. This is a gift from my friend Andrea. This is a Christmas gift. And she and Gary and Ronnie from Garon were in cahoots, and they kitted it up for me. And this was my Christmas gift. I got the floss and the fabric, and I got a little hanging thing for it. It's very, very cute. This says, I love looking at old pattern books, those that were printed in 15th and 16th century, and thinking about the history of the patterns and how they might have been used centuries ago. This book is from 1544. So I have never done a band sampler like this before. I know I'm working on Twisted Band Sampler, but that's like a really big band. That's not like little tiny band. This is 27 count Witcholt in light blue, I think. And this is where I got to. Because blue is my favorite color, they kitted it with blue threads. I'll show you those in a minute. This is 3 nights of working. When I start a new piece, I try to get 3 good evenings in. Doesn't always happen. Sometimes I only get 2. Sometimes I only get 1. But if I can, I try to get 3. And I did get 3. I got this whole row in and then realized my brain does not automatically go to, hey, you should do a center start on this because of the banding. So I was trying to line it up over here and start, and then of course it was not evenly split. So then you could kind of see where I folded it to try and get it in the middle there. But I mean, it's going to be, I don't know if it's going to take up this whole piece, but that is where I got to in 3 nights. And let me show you the floss. It's gorgeous because it's silk. So they kitted it up with Classic Colorworks Belle Soie in Chester's blue. So you can see some light variegation, not a lot of variegation. I love it. It is beautiful. It is lovely to work with. It's a little stronger to work with than like the Krynic soap that I was talking about with Happy New Year. So I don't really have issues with that. But this was so lovely to work on. And of course I thought about my friends as I was stitching it. So that was really, really fun to start. So that's going to go away now for a little bit. I don't know. It will probably come out. I think that's a good one to take on like retreats and that type of thing because, you know, they're pretty small. It's only 50 some stitches wide. So it's pretty, you know, even if I do mess up with counting, like that's how much I'm taking now. That's how I have to look at it. I'm going to frog. So what is the least amount that I can frog? So I'll probably take that to Stitching in the Wild. That's a good place because Andrea will be there as well. And so that would be fun to stitch on with her. So yeah, so I did start that. So that was my new start, one of my new starts so far this month. I have not started anything else yet. But my other whips, so I finished up January by working on Hearthside Christmas. This is by Erica Michaels. This is what it will look like when it's all done. It says, friends for your fireside, a wreath for your door, more pleasure at Christmas than ever before, contentment and laughter, good times and good cheer, and peace to go with you all through the new year. I just thought this is a really lovely, I think it's beautiful. I was kind of stuck because I was stuck on it, I'll tell you. But I'm in a much better place with it. My goal is to finish it this year. It is on my Year of Whips. Oh, the Winter Birds by Twin Peak Primitives was on my Year of Whips, so I was able to get one done. So I have 12 on my list. You only have to finish 6 to get it, to enter to win the finish 6 or half of whatever you say. The minimum is 6, so the minimum is 3 to finish. I have 12, so my minimum is 6 to finish, so I can be entered to win the grand prize. Okay, so Hearthside Christmas, I am going to put in a picture of where I was at the beginning of January. And then here's where I got to. So I got quite a bit done. We have turned the corner on the border there. I got this wreath done. I worked on this at the Acorns retreat. I got it almost done and realized I had put in like a few extra rows, so I had to take out everything I had stitched at the retreat and then put it back in. But it's in now. I worked on bringing this border down. I worked on, let's see. We worked on getting some of these. This is hard to tell this. In the way. This is a mistletoe right here because there's 2 people standing underneath it. So I put in some of the snowflakes and that mistletoe. I think I put in the word before and the word laugh. I still have to put in the TER for laughter. But we're in a good place with this right now. We are close to halfway done, not quite halfway done. And like I said, this is a finish for this year. This will be a finish for this year. So we will be seeing this again. I am super glad I pulled it out for January Bringo because I needed to get past not enjoying it. And now that it's like almost halfway done, I'm feeling pretty good. So you can see the progress that I made. I'm going to try to insert more pictures this year. That's one of my goals with my Flosstubes. Not every single thing like here, because I do try to show the projects the week before I work on them, but more like at the end of the month so we can see the progress. This is stitched on a Color and Cotton 32 count pear wood, and I thought the fabric was a good choice for that project. Okay, my next one was Winter Montage, which is let's see here. So much floss. So this is artwork by Janet Stever. I am doing the version that is charted by Pain Free Crafts. Stitching Mommy is doing this version. EJ, I know, is doing the Janlin kit. So it's a little bit, it's the same design. It's just the Janlin kit colors are brighter, I think, and there is no background. So you use the color of fabric that you want to like show through. So this one is full coverage. And I'm starting way up here, and I am working on this every Sunday from January, February, and I think March. I did have an idea of maybe in March I switched to spring and I pull this out for December because originally I was going by like meteorological seasons, which is kind of like January, February, March, because spring starts at near the end of March. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but anyway, this is where I got to. So I said I wanted to come down and get to the bottom of this first block, like Stitching Mommy does. So I kind of hit, I think right about there is the bottom of the block. It's hard for me to tell, but I'm going to say that's the bottom of the block because then there's like another border and then we start into this next giant piece. So I'm going to, now that I'm there, I'm just going to kind of work across and not go any further down and just start working across. so that's kind of where I got to. So I did 320 stitches last Sunday, and I am now at 0.83% of this piece, which is not very much. It's not very much, but it is fun to work on. And it's fun now that I'm like actually seeing something come together. It is quite fun. I really want to go up there and like fill in some of these like empty spots that need to be filled in. And then we'll go from there and then like kind of continue the border down here and continue the border across and then work on filling in there. So that is winter montage. I took it off the Q-snap just to give it a little bit of a rest so that it's not like on the Q-snap for 3 months straight. So, you know, a month I think is okay. I'm okay with leaving it on the Q-snap for a month. But then I thought, well, I could use a little bit of a break and then I can kind of re-put it in tomorrow when I work on it again. Okay, so next up is Happy New Year. This, let me show it to you here. This is by the Victoria Sampler. This is what it will look like. So when I started the month, I had finished that top row, and then I put in that white row of banding. I did this whole scene, and then I got through that row of banding. So when I next work on it, I'll be able to start the Father Time scene. Okay, so even though it seems like I worked on it a lot, which I feel like I did, most days, I guess this is like a band sampler too, but I got 10 hours of work on it this month, which doesn't sound like a lot, but boy, it does add up. So this is where I'm at. And the last day of January, I had, 2 days to the end of January, I had finished this row here, and I was like, I don't really want to start on the next scene quite yet. I don't know why. So I actually didn't work on it the last day of January. And there were some other days in the month where I just didn't have time to work on it. But here we are. That's where we ended up. This, if you can believe it or not, is one color of thread. It's just very variegated. And I love how it turned out. Don't look too closely at it because the stitches are ridiculous and crazy. From a distance, they look just fine, and I love how it looks. But if you're looking up close at them, you're like, that is a mess. It's a hot mess. So this is where we're at. So this is going to go away. I'm not sure when it will come out. If it will come out again this year or not until next year. But yeah, it was good. I learned a lot with this piece. I really did. And I appreciate it for that. And I love how it is turning out. Okay, then we started in on February's 25/7 piece, which 25/7 is a Facebook group run by the lovely Melanie Watkins, the Soulful Stitcher. It is a Facebook group. It is open to anybody who wants to join. You work on a piece for 25 minutes a day or 25 stitches a day. And so and sometimes that's all people have. That's all the time they have. It's like, I just have time to put in a length of thread and that's it, or half a length of thread. And that's all, that's the only time I have. Way I'm using her challenge is, to move progress forward on pieces. So this is a piece that you will be seeing a lot of this month. It is Lovebirds. Isn't that sweet? I thought it was perfect for February. This is designed by Autumn Lane Stitchery, and this is from Just Cross Stitch, February 2021 issue. Oh, it's my old address. It is from that issue. I have to black that out or something. And I am using the called for fabric, which is a 28 count Cabernet linen from Picture This Plus. And this is where I got to. So I only worked on this for 3 evenings. And I drew that down just that little bit right there. And then I was like, what am I doing? I want to go back up here and fill in this part. So I did get this circle done. And then I started with these images around it. There's a lot to do on this. This is on my year of whips. So I do hope to get it done this year. I do not think I'll get it done this month. But we'll be seeing it a lot because it's 25/7, my 25/7 piece. It's also my... I will be working on it. It's my magazine monthly challenge. It is my theme piece and my cross stick piece. So I will be giving it full evenings of work as well. Like I think 4 or 5 times throughout the month. This is just stitched in DMC Blanc. That's the only, there is one other color. What is it? 3803, which is like a dark mauve. And that is for some of the back stitching that will come at the very end, but there's very little back stitching in it. But for now, it's just, and I am railroading the top stitches, which railroading just means that when I go down for the top stitch, I put my needle through the two lengths of thread, and it just helps it lay a little bit nicer since this whole piece is in all white. I love how it is popping off of this fabric so much. So much. So that was fun to pull out and give it some love. It is a pretty intricate. I have had my coffee already, folks. Intricate piece. As you can see, so there's a lot of counting, like you can see, like it's, you know, you got to pay attention to this piece. There's a lot of counting. So you can see I'm working on this right here. So that's eventually what it will look like. And then it's just mirrored over on the other side. So we'll get there. I'll be really excited to see kind of what how much progress I can make on it this month. And it will be lovely once it is all done. This is my Valentine's Day piece, of course, and I don't have any Valentine's Day stuff, but I found a couple other patterns in just cross stitch for Valentine's Day that I really want to start. I'm not going to start them this year, but I want to get that done, and then I can justify a new Valentine's Day start. I'm realizing I have a whole bunch of like fall and winter and not very much like spring stuff, so we'll keep that in mind as we do some new starts maybe in the coming year. Okay, so that is what I worked on this week. So that was pretty good. I do have some haul. So let me show you. So I got a bunch of floss in from 123 Stitch. I got a big old piece of 32 count Silvery Moon Lugana. This is for my Camberley sampler start that we're starting on February 14th. I'm starting it with Tina of Tina Stitches and Robin. Robin's channel is Bird's Eye Stitches. And I think Lynette is also starting it. Lynette's channel is Lynette Hexagon and Stitches. So we are all starting. It is a Rosewood Manor chart. I forgot to pull it, which I apologize, but I did show it last week as a new start. I also got from 123 Stitch. I just needed some skeins of Weeks Dye Work Sky. Whole bunch of skeins, like 8 skeins of this. Because for Blue Rhapsody, which is a Rosewood Manor, look at this. I think a lot of you have this chart. When did this come out? It came out near the end of last year. It is beautiful. I've decided this is going to be my birthday start for this year. So I ordered this chart from Garan. I'm not sure if it's still in stock, but they can get it for you. And I ordered some of the floss from them. And then when I had to place my order, I still needed these. So I just got my 123 Stitch order. But if you would like to join me in stitching this in March, I plan to start mine March 22nd, which is my birthday. I think that's the day I'm starting it. I know when my birthday is. That is not what I'm trying to think of. What I'm trying to think of is when I said I was going to start it. But it's going to be for my birthday start in March. So I would love it if you have this or want to stitch it. You can also change the colors if you want to. If you are, I know there's a lot of purple lovers out there. You can change. This is like beautiful in purple. And it calls for navy and sky. So two different colors of blues, but you could also just do one variegated like purple or whatever your favorite color is. I think it's beautiful. I'm using the call for because blue. But I would love it if you would join me on this Blue Rhapsody for my birthday. That would be so much fun. So I wanted to show it to you and tell you about it because because to give you time in case you wanted to get it. And so I got the floss for that from 1 2 3 Stitch. But check out Gavron. They will have it or be able to get it for you. Okay, next up for haul, Hade was having a 50% off sale. Always dangerous. So I got 2 charts. So I got this one. It's kind of hard to see what it is. So this is by Amy Stewart. It is called Kitty Heaven. Yes, I got the max colors because I wanted all the detail. Although I will say the max colors on this one is only 200 compared to the stitching shelf one that I'm doing, which is more than 200. So it's kind of hard to see because there's a lot going on in this, and your eyes, you kind of have to spend a little time looking at it. It's basically a craft room with like little kitty cats hiding out. And there's one right there. There's one right there. It's a craft room with kitty cats hiding out in it. It is such a perfect piece, and I love the vibrant colors. No plans I want to start this, but it's been on my wish list for a very long time. And then the other piece I got is by Donna Gelsinger. I really like her stuff. She is the same artist. So Amy Stewart is the artist of a stitching shelf that I'm working on. Donna Gelsinger is the artist of Cardinal Cottage that I'm working on. But this is called St. Nicholas. And I got just the regular size, regular colors. There are 88 colors. This is a new release from Donna Gelsinger, and I thought it was beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I might try to crop it down. I might try to, like Stitchy Mommy always crops things down. So I might try to crop that top part off and just get a little closer to his head and maybe like, I don't know, a row over here. I don't want to like cut off the bunny rabbit or anything like that. And I would crop off this, but there's a really pretty cardinal and there's a bunny rabbit right down there. So I don't want to miss them. But like the top, I think I could maybe crop off a little bit and maybe, I don't know how much that is. Maybe a row over here. You know, crop it where I can to just kind of focus, even if it's just one row, that will be huge, right? So that's what I got from Heaven and Earth Designs, 50% off sale. I think the sale goes through today at midnight, but it might have ended yesterday. I can't quite remember. So I apologize. But you should join her Facebook group because that's where you learn about all that stuff. So next up, I got my Gavron Cottage Garden Threads of the Month Club. If you have not gotten yours, received yours yet, and you don't want to be surprised, please look away. But I will show these to you. Okay. So these are the beautiful colors we got this month. This is Cloudy Day. It has a little more brown undertones to it than it's really showing up, but it's really pretty. This one is Nib. Very pretty. I love these like grays and browns. This is Birch Bark. Super pretty. This is Storm. And this is Hearth. So it's like a very dark charcoal. It looks black, but it's like a very dark gray. You can kind of see that. So those are beautiful. So thank you so much, Gary and Ronnie. That is absolutely lovely. Okay, what else did I get? Okay, let's talk about my little thing here. Okay, let's talk about the retreat that I went to from you. Okay, so the best way to learn about retreats, because we always get this question, the best way to learn about retreats is to join newsletters. So if you have a local needlework shop near you, or you want to learn about retreats and that type of thing, you should join their newsletter because that's usually where they give that information. So we got a package. Is that everything? Okay. So we got a package. Lovely. I mean, I opened it. It was super cutely packaged. I'm actually saving the wrapping. I don't know what for something. And then inside, so our designer was the beautiful Lindy Stitches, which I love her. And this is called Snack Bar. So this is the chart we got, which I think is super, super cute. Of course, it has acorns because Acorns and Threads. And it has a little nod to Valentine's Day, which I love. And these, to me, Stephanie from Lindy Stitches says these could be flowers or lips, whatever you want. I think they look like little kissy lips to me. And so I had a thought. I did not start this at the retreat because I wanted to get more work in on Hearthside Christmas. But I definitely will be stitching this. But I thought this would be a super cute Valentine's Day. You know, maybe I'll keep a couple of the acorns and I'll change some of them to hearts. Would that be super cute? So that's kind of my plan. But we got this chart. It is darling. I love it. We got, this is a thread. So this is from Kelly. That's So Kelly. A Gathering of Nuts. It's a floss board. So you can hang your floss here. This is felt. You have a needle minder. And there's also a magnet under here for your needle as well. And this is from That's So Kelly, which, of course, I love her stuff as well. We got a little charm to put on the piece when it's done. This is just, there were like 2 stitches of white, so they didn't need to give us a whole skein of white, right? They did give us all the floss that we would need. And then, let's see here. So this is Tatanka. 3 skeins of Tatanka. So pretty. This is 435 and 433 DMC. Look at this. This is Ruby Slippers by Classic Colorworks. It's looking a little orange, but it's red, I assure you. Roasted Figs. And then 2 greens, Pistachio. This is Pistachio and Monkey Grass. Super pretty. And then the fabric, I actually don't know. This looks like a 28 or 32 count, but look at that. It's pink. It's not really, it's being faded out. It is a beautiful, beautiful pink. So that was super lovely. I wish it wouldn't fade out as much. It's a little better. You can see it a little bit better. These are stickers that we got from That's So Kelly that go on, I'll show you here in a minute, that goes on the back of your board. Here, let me put the floss away. So a lot of people started it during the retreat. I think I was one of the few people I saw that did not actually start it. But so the stickers you can put on the back here, and this is like glossy, or you could write with erasable marker or like a Sharpie and just take a little bit of alcohol and wipe it off. So really, really nice. I'm super excited. I just think this would be a darling Valentine's Day piece. Snack bar. Isn't that cute? And of course, Stephanie from Lindy Stitches is so wonderful and just a genuine, lovely human being, as is everyone who works at Acorns. Excuse me, my voice. And then I kept having to shop because it's been a while since I've had any haul. So I do have some haul. So I picked up 2 little Mill Hill kits because I thought they were darling. This one is called Garland. I just thought that was really sweet. They give you the perforated paper. Of course, they give you everything you need. I will probably do mine on a little piece of fabric. And I'm not sure if I will just have the piece of fabric be this or if I will have the ornaments like hang down. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet. It would probably be better if I just had a square of fabric for all of them. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. And then I got another one called Holiday Wishes, which I just thought was really cute. Happy Holidays. I have a coupon book, and so I was, it was the last day to use the coupon for 20% off everything. Just thought that was cute. And again, it comes with everything you need. So I got those 2. My friend Tammy, like I said, was there, and we saw this from the Sweetheart Tree. This little spring kitty cat, which I think is super darling. There's a little bit of over 1. Tammy pointed out this bird, I think, is over 1, but I'm not sure if I will put the word spring in or not. I might leave that out. It's tiny, though. It is 35 by 35, so it is a little itty-bitty baby piece. But I thought, it's called Itty Bitty Kitty and the Baby Robin. I thought it was darling. Okay, then I saw this. This is called Christmas Box and is by Jeanette Douglas. I have never seen this before. I loved it so much for my, hey, let's focus on stitching spring pieces. So it's a box and you just stitch each piece. there are Glorianas, the Thread Gatherer is called for. So I will probably do DMC. They're very small. A generous cut of 12 by 12 will give you 2 inches around each stitched portion. So these are really small. So, and I was like, well, I need the tray, right? Because I don't know. I thought I had a tray at home. I have a tray or two at home, but this one is different, so I needed it. So this is the tray. This is tiny. This is very tiny. This is handcrafted by Cabramarie Woods in Wisconsin. I'm probably mispronouncing that. But you can see how they will go together. So I think that's super cute. I love it. And you can see like the dovetail of how it's put together. So really nice tray. And I just think that's really cute and well, anybody. So I got it. I have never seen that before. Let me know if you've seen it or if you've stitched it. I was like, oh, look at this. A winter piece, a Christmas piece that I haven't seen before. Shocking. Okay, I've been eyeing this one, honestly. And it was a little shocking to the system when I saw Gary start working on it. It is Turkish Delight by Rosewood Manor. The fabric is a little shocking. I know Gary's changing the fabric. But listen, I saw somebody brought in for the brag table at the Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit in September. Somebody brought this in stitched on the called for fabric, and it was absolutely amazing. I'm not sure if I will do it on this fabric or not, but oh my gosh, it was so gorgeous in person. And I kind of have been like, well, I could always change the fabric, blah, blah, blah. So this has kind of been on my list. And I saw it at Acorns. I'm like, you know what? Let's just get it. Let's just get it. And I don't know when I'm going to start any of these, but isn't that beautiful? I think it's really, it's a little out of my comfort zone, but I like that. And then this was in the 50% off bin, and there were 2 of them. So I made my friend Tammy of Tammy's Crafty Life, her Flosstube. I will try to remember to link that down below. There were 2 of these left in the 50% off bin, so I made her buy one. This is another Jeanette Douglas. It is called English Rose Sampler. So we both got it, and we're going to stitch. I don't know when we're going to stitch it, but I just thought it was really, really pretty. I might replace some of the designs. I like the crown. The cross isn't really my thing, so I might replace that. It looks like a Celtic knot cross. So I will probably replace that, but I have the book by Barbara Keys. It's like the sampler book with all sorts of sampler images, so I can kind of pick and choose and replace what I want. There's a little sheep, a little bunny rabbit. There are some specialty stitches in here as well. So like this area specialty stitch, I'm probably going to change this floss color. So, you know, calls for Gloriana, Silk by Classic Colorworks, Soie de Jais, Splendor by Rainbow Gallery, MPIs. I don't know if I'm going to do it in Silk. I might do it in DMC and just kind of change it up a bit. But I think it will be very beautiful. So thanks, Tammy, for getting that with me. And then I think this is the last piece I got. I have been eyeing this for a while. This is a Jan Hicks Creates Peaceful Christmas Smalls. This one says Believe. This one says Mary. I think they are stunning. So I picked this up. Okay. That is most things. And then Janine, the owner of Acorns and Threads, showed me these Kahona scissors. They are not cheap, you guys. But she did a whole presentation thing for me, and I fell in love. I have not used them yet because I'm a little scared. So they come in this beautiful wooden box, and I will hold up the box so you can see the name. It's C-O-H-A-N-A, Kahona. It's hard to see, I know. And then you open up the box, and then it's like all nestled in this piece of really fancy cloth. And so then you open it up. You open it up, and oh my gosh, I got the pink ones. Aren't those beautiful? So it has a little tassel on it, but look at them. It comes with this leather sheath. And when you, They're a little bit bigger than some of the other scissors. Oh my gosh, they just, listen. I love them. I love them so much. I want to cry. So these are my new fancy embroidery scissors. And it comes with a little, like, collect them all the spring colors. And I'm like, okay, I need to. I'm not really going to because they're expensive, but look at that blue and that mustard yellow, like, and them together. So that's what I got. A little, I mean, all of this was a little treat to myself, but it's fun to have, like, really fancy embroidery scissors that will last you a lifetime. And yes, I do still have my Dovo scissors, and I still use them. Those are what I use most days. Some days I changed it up. But it comes in this beautiful little box. So that is everything. Let me check my notes. That is everything that I got this week for haul. So I did pretty dang well, considering how long I went without any haul. All right, so, which was most of January, to be fair. So, plans for this week coming up. I am going to work on Winter Montage again, of course, for Seasonal Sunday. I'm going to, Lovebirds will come out, and again, for the 25/7 piece, but also I will be giving it 3 evenings worth of work this week. So full evenings dedicated to Lovebirds. So it will count for the theme. The theme for this month for Magazine Monthly Challenge is beach. And the way I'm making Lovebirds fit is that there are birds on the beach. Maybe not those birds, but birds nonetheless. And then our acrostic this month is WAVE, W-A-V-E. And so because I'll be working on it for 3 days, so for the beach, it will count for 1 day, or for the theme, it will count for 1 day. For the W is for the white floss. And then the A for WAVE is because I got the fabric from Acorns. So that is primarily what I will be working on. And then I am pulling back out Easter Cross. I meant to work on this another day in January, but I kind of ran out of time, to be honest with you. So let me show it to you because I think it was started at the beginning of January, so it's been a while. So this is in April 2020, just cross stitch. And I will be stitching this twice for a gift. This is designed by Lana Randolph. This is what it will look like when it is all done. It is not very big, but I've only worked on it 1 day so far. So let's take a look. Oh, really? I left my needle with some thread on it. This is where I'm at. I think, does it go this way? Oh, crud. No, I think maybe it goes this way. I think it goes this way. Well, I'll figure it out. But this is where I'm at. There's some Krynic on a floss in the back, but this is where I'm at after 1 night of work. So I don't think it will take terribly long to finish this one and then start over and do another one. There are beads and, you know, like I said, Krynic and all that, but it's all good. So this will come out, I think 1 evening this week, but I'm excited to work on that and to get it done soon. I don't know if it will get done this month, but it will get done this spring. Both of them. That's on my goal list for this spring, is to get that done. Okay. So that's what I plan on working on. The number of projects I think will dwindle down a little bit just because Bringo is over, but that's okay. And I'm super excited about the progress, and I'm super excited just about, I don't know, stitching in general because I love it so much. The waitlist for Stitch West, which is put on by Debbie and Kefren of Snug Harbor Crafts. That waitlist opened up today. I signed up for the waitlist. We find out next week when we get an invoice if we got in. It just so happens that Stitch West this year is over what our fall break for school, for where I work. And not that I necessarily get fall break off, but it means that there aren't classes. And so that will be a bit easier for me to get away and be able to go to Stitch West. So hopefully I got in. I tried to be there right when it opened, which was 9 a.m. my time, and sign up for the wait list. They do it very similar to StitchCon, where you sign up for the wait list and then they invoice you later. So I'm super excited. I have never been to Stitch West. I've always wanted to go. It's relatively close for me. But it just never worked out. It's a hard time of year, in the fall with classes and all that. So it's hard to, do a lot of traveling. StitchCon worked out well because it was in June when I'm not really doing classes. The Garon Stitching in the Wild is in May, which classes are done then as well. I might have a summer class, but I can figure that out because the summer class that I teach is all online. So this worked out really well, so I'm super excited. So go check out Snug Harbor Crafts. They have a whole video on Stitch West, and you can join their Facebook group to get the sign up. And I hope that I will see you there. That is in October 13th through 15th, I believe, are the dates. So that's what's going on here. It's been a very exciting morning already. But I will let you go, and I will get this edited and uploaded. And I hope you have a wonderful week ahead, and I will see you next week. Bye.